Picture a time before history, when the Philippines was a wild, untouched paradise. Over 7,000 islands rose from volcanic fire, sculpted by the relentless sea. Dense forests teemed with life, giant trees, rare birds, and mysterious creatures. Rivers sparkled, and coral reefs flourished beneath turquoise waves. The land was both beautiful and fierce, shaped by storms and the gifts of nature. Mountains hid precious minerals, plains promised harvests, and the sea connected every shore. This was a world in perfect balance, waiting for its first people. The islands were a promise, a stage set for an epic story. Nature ruled, but the land was ready for its artists and dreamers. The sound of waves and the scent of unknown flowers filled the air. Here, everything was possible. The Philippines was a canvas, vibrant and alive. Its story was about to begin. This was the birthplace of a nation. The first Filipinos were daring voyagers, crossing seas in simple boats. They lived in harmony with nature, hunting, fishing, and gathering from the land. Homes of bamboo and nipa leaves sheltered tight-knit communities called barangays. Led by wise datus, they followed a code of honor, bravery, honesty, and loyalty. Spirits called anitos were honored in every tree and river. They crafted jewelry, wove baskets, and carved their own writing into bamboo. Master boat builders, they traded across islands, thriving as people of both land and water. Their legacy was resilience and ingenuity, not monuments. The spirit of these early Filipinos still shapes the nation today. They were the original guardians of these islands. For centuries, the islands thrived in isolation, until foreign sails appeared on the horizon. Traders from China, India, and Arabia brought silk, porcelain, and new ideas. Islam took root in the south, and local culture blossomed with new words and flavors. The Philippines became a vibrant crossroads of cultures. Then, in 1521, Magellan arrived, claiming the islands for Spain. The Spanish brought the sword and the cross, uniting the islands under one name and faith. Stone churches rose, cities grew, and the islands were renamed Las Islas Filipinas. Spanish rule brought hardship, but also forged a new, shared identity. The islands were no longer just a collection of barangays. They were becoming a nation. The soul of the Philippines was tested, but it endured. A new chapter had begun. The journey toward nationhood was underway. 3 centuries of Spanish rule could not break the Filipino spirit. In the late 1800s, the Ilustrados, thinkers like José Rizal, sparked a revolution with their words. Rizal's novels exposed injustice and inspired hope, even as his execution ignited rebellion. Andrés Bonifacio and the Katipunan led the fight for independence, uniting ordinary Filipinos. Just as victory neared, the United States took control after defeating Spain. The struggle continued under a new colonizer, but the dream of freedom never died. American rule brought new schools and roads, but also new challenges. Leaders like Emilio Aguinaldo kept the flame of independence alive. Through hardship and hope, the Filipino spirit endured. The fight for freedom defined a nation. The journey was long, but the people never gave up. The promise of independence was finally within reach. On July 4, 1946, the Philippine flag rose over an independent nation. The journey was hard, but the people's resilience shone through. From rebuilding after war to the peaceful people power revolution, Filipinos proved their strength. Today, the Philippines is a nation of over 100 million, young, creative, and full of hope. From Manila's bustle to quiet provinces, dreams are alive. Filipinos excel worldwide, carrying the courage of their ancestors. The story continues, full of faith, family, and fiesta. Challenges remain, but the future is bright as a tropical sunrise. The islands, once forged by fire and sea, are now shaped by the dreams of their people. The adventure of the Filipino nation is far from over.